Sri Lanka need 25 of 30 balls. Zimbabwe need to drag this right to the last over. Can they do that, Tommy?
Yeah, good question. I think a wicket's much needed, has been for some time. Just not been able to prize out Nissanka, who's been very good. 74 from 51. They've got to find it somehow. What's been difficult to do because of the work done by these two experienced players is to just build some pressure, something that will cause them to try and play a big shot or to try and take the wrong ball on. Calculated it really well and then executed well, which has been missing from their group. Still, you keep dragging it out and you try and get it to that last over, and then you never know.
Clean hitting, beautiful batting. That's not the first time.
Sri Lanka's Patum.
It was more like a Patum. Tremendous hit. Picked up the length so early, being straight driven, shortened the length, went over mid-wicket for 6. Makes room, slices it past the infield on the bounce to the man running in from deep cover. KFC Flip, where are you? The bucket challenge. We all wait in anticipation. There they are. Bucket full of fun.
Some actually flip it. Well, actually, maybe one did. The rest just put it on like a hat.
Looking for a prompt that works consistently? Often handcrafted prompts will work once and have to be rewritten each time. MetaPrompt, built by HubSpot CTO Dharmesh Shah, will create precise.
Just look vibed enough. Just didn't look interested enough, and certainly now finding form, finding their feet.
Yeah, it could still be too little too late, you know, because of how big their defeat was early on. Their couple of defeats. It's meant that they've kind of made a difficult task for themselves. They've got to win here, and they've got to win again against Pakistan. And so for Zimbabwe to drag this out, and we were talking about this at the start of the tri-series, to say no game is kind of dead at the beginning because you have net run rate at the back end. You've got to earn the right to play in that final.
Nicely placed shot for a couple of runs.
But this chalk and cheese in terms of their batting performance and the way that they've played in the games before. This is more like the Sri Lankan side that is expected. The batting up at the top and just one down here, and it's experienced players that are doing it. Nissanka, wonderful player, has had a really good 2025. It'll please that Sri Lankan legend no end.
He's been out there from the start. Must be very cold, Sana Jayasuriya. Please go back into the dugout now. Your team is doing well. They'll probably win this now. 137 for 1.
Yeah, better you than me, Sana. It's freezing out there. I want to be inside for sure. I think I'd see just as well from upstairs with the aircon put on hot. In fact, I might say it's a better view, aerial. Get the walkie-talkie and send messages from there.
Would never have imagined him to be a coach, really, of all the batsmen. I mean, a blistering batsman. Very temperamental, you know. Wasn't happy with hitting just 1 6. It had to be kind of 6 sixes in 1 over. And there he is, calm and quiet and observant. That's not a good ball. And that's been an issue, Tommy, with the Zimbabwean bowling today. A couple of them on target and then 3 off target.
Yeah, been off. It's fair to say that, and they'll feel that as well. Generally, in the couple of games before, you'd say that there was a control there. There was a bit in the Pakistan game where they were kind of taken apart by a batter who'd got in and they couldn't contain them at the back end, and they ended up going for 195. But by and large, the control has been good.
Smashed. Easily done over the infield for 4. This is too easy now for Nissanka into the 90s. What a knock he's playing.
A wonderful sound off the bat. He's found the middle of the bat pretty much from the word go, and he's been the one to lead the assault here. Percentage cricket played as well. He's taken the right options at the right times, really given Zimbabwe nothing in the way of an opportunity, and has made sure of this imminent, impending victory.
Yeah, that's gone all the way for 6. Magnificent hit. It's done and dusted. He's short of the 100, 98 not out, but it's such an important innings because next in line is Pakistan, and you'd want your opener to be in red hot form, your top order to be in good shape. Seriously good hitting and batting from Nissanka. Sri Lanka winning this quite easily in the end by 9 wickets.
The way that he reacted there, Nissanka, I think he was trying to just hit that for 4. Because he was looking at the scoreboard and recognized that it was 5 required to win. And if he hits it for 4, then he can get to 96. And then look at the reaction. Rather than arms aloft and the job is done, he's going, oh, I haven't got my 100. Doesn't matter, don't worry about it. It's not about that. You've won the game, and it makes it no less a magnificent innings that it doesn't have 3 figures, particularly when you speak of T20s actually in modern times now and the way that it's played. Really the number that's important is the strike rate at the end on good pitches or situationally in games, how you've gone in that regard and whether you've got the job done, and he certainly has tonight.
Really, Sri Lanka's 5-match losing streak has come to an end, thankfully. Yeah, completely at home, at ease, Sri Lanka in this run chase, richly deserving this victory by a wide margin of 9 wickets. Handshakes all around, and they'll be in an excellent frame of mind when they meet Pakistan, because that's their do-or-die game. They win that, and they're in the Tri-Nations final. They lose that, it opens a window for Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe clearly below par with the ball. Also with the bat, I thought there were a few runs light, but to get to almost 150 was still a challengeable score.
Yeah, that's a look at a spotless, you'll say. Yes, there's Mashara, who's 12 from 15, but that batting performance and that batting card are just what the doctor ordered for Sri Lanka.
Zim didn't make great time of it with the ball. 1 wicket for Evans, 1 for 36, but Angrava was expensive, 3.2, none for 44. Not enough wickets for Zimbabwe to challenge Sri Lanka, and they were easily over the line with just a wicket down.
A look at the highlights, and as you watch this, what you'll see is a whole lot of boundaries. But as you see them, you also need to look at where the boundaries are from as an illustration of the waywardness tonight of the Zimbabwe bowlers. Offered up much opportunity, and it was gleefully accepted by particularly Patum Nissanka, who was imperious in his shot making and controlled absolutely everything as the innings went along. No opportunities to speak of as far as Zimbabwe are concerned. Took that one chance they got, and then from there on it was just one-way traffic and Sri Lanka marching to victory.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of shots played in the gap and then some lofted hits over the rope. They're completely at ease, hitting the ball in the air into the gap, and a terrific innings by this opener there. Got a 50, almost 100 remain not out on 98. Flicks, pulls, drives, saw it all. Yeah, providing width every now and then, over pitching the ball or under pitching it and paying the price. Zimbabwean bowlers. Yeah, terrific innings. 98 not out. And so that is the match summary then. Zimbabwe 146 for 5. They had to strike early with the ball. That did not happen. Nisanka 98 not out. Ran away with the show of just 58 balls. Mendes remained not out on 25. And Sri Lanka winning this by 9 wickets. So Pakistan still at the top. They've qualified for the Tri-Nations final. Zimbabwe are still there at number 2 slot. Sri Lanka need to beat Pakistan to enter the final. So it's a do-or-die game for Sri Lanka in that day after duel. Right, we'll take a break now and come back with the post-match presentation.
Now, optimize for AI. Use SEMrush One to claim and fuel your visibility across traditional and AI search. Win every kind of search with SEMrush One.